What's up? It's your brother, your cousin, your uncle, your nephew, your friend, but I can't be your son, it's your kinfolk, Will Henry with God's Will Fitness. Thank y'all. Thank you for tuning in. Thank you for just paying attention, checking me out. I hope I've been giving some inspirational advice. I hope I've been giving some tools that can motivate you. I hope I've been giving you some tools that you can use throughout your exercise, throughout your fitness journey, throughout your nutrition. Just something that you can take and utilize to be successful. So, I mean, that's what I do, and that's what I try to do every time I speak to y'all, every time I communicate. And right, old habits die hard, but our inner demons are immortal. Right, and the reason why I say old habits die hard, because yeah, it's hard to get rid of old habits. Why? Because this is something that we developed throughout the years. This is something that we've probably done when we was at a young age, and we was doing this on a consistent basis frequently. We continued that tendency over a period of time, and now we come to a point in our life where it's not beneficial to us anymore, and we gotta quit, we gotta stop. We come to a point in our time where these habits are holding us back from seeing success, from seeing the change that we want to see, from seeing the transformation that we want in our bodies. So we have to quit. We have to find a way to get away from it, you know. And quitting your habits, stopping those habits are a lot more easier when it comes to facing those inner demons, right? Because inner demons, these are the things that it wasn't developed. These are the things that it wasn't an external force that created it. This is something that you've had to deal with internally. This is something that you have to deal with inwardly, maybe your whole life, or maybe at a certain point of time in your life that these insecurities set in, that these negative thoughts set in, these inward struggles that we deal with. Maybe it's subconsciously or consciously, but whatever we're dealing with, it's a voice inside us, right? And sometimes our bad habits feed our inner demons. Sometimes our bad habits give our inner demons strength to persevere against our fight, you know. So first things first, we got to get rid of the bad habits, right? First things first, we got to get rid of the things that we've already developed, that we know we can do without, that we know is not going to be beneficial to us seeing success. So you can't fight your inner demons if you got bad habits. Also, you can't fight your inner demons if you always putting yourself where you know your weaknesses are going to prevail, where temptation is going to get the best of you. You can't put yourself in those positions. So first we gotta cut out of our bad habits, right? First we gotta get rid of the things that we know we can get rid of. A lot of people are asking me about nutrition. What should I eat? What should I do? Well, you know what you shouldn't be doing, right? You know you shouldn't be eating no pizza. You know you shouldn't be eating ice cream. You know you shouldn't be drinking soda. You don't have to ask me about that, right? You already know what to get rid of. And sometimes people want a detailed explanation. They want detailed advice, but when really, you know, sometimes that stuff go over their head. It's really simple. It's really right in front of you. But first, you gotta be able to attack what's in front of you. Stop trying to look to the side. Stop trying to look behind you. Look within. Look what's in front of you, because the man in the mirror is the first opposition, right? That's the first thing that you gotta beat. You gotta beat yourself, right? In order to have success, in order to conquer and achieve, you gotta defeat your own weaknesses. You gotta defeat your own doubt. You gotta defeat your own disbelief in self. You gotta defeat you, because you have to be in control of yourself. And so most of the opposition, most of the ops live inside our mind. Most of the ops live inside our spirit, our emotions, our feelings. We gotta conquer those. We gotta get control of those. All right. And if we don't ever do that, then it's gonna be hard to win. It's gonna be hard to put up a fight. It's gonna be hard to hold our ground, right? So if we want to win the war, we got to pay attention to each battle, right? We got to sharpen our tools. We got to sharpen our weapons. Whatever it takes, we got to be able to do that, right? Because these inner demons, they're immortal. They won't go away, right? All they need is a little bit of water to sprout. All they need is a little bit of confidence to get bigger, to grow, to be louder, to be more boisterous, right? And we can't give it no sunlight. We can't give it no room to shine on us, right? So we gotta be able to put the old habits in the dark, and then we gotta be able to get control of self. But how do we fight the inner demons? How do we fight the inner demons? First, we gotta have those affirmations, right? We gotta speak light into ourselves. We gotta speak life into ourselves. We gotta speak truth to ourselves also, right? We gotta be honest. We gotta know what our shortcomings are. We gotta know what our digressions are, right? We gotta know our surroundings. We gotta know the people that's not gonna help us. We gotta know the place that are not gonna help us. We can't enter those establishments anymore. We can't hang around those people anymore, because if all they're gonna bring is negativity, if all they're gonna bring is more pressure, more stress upon you, then what do you need them for? Why do you have them in your life? Why do you have all these negative things in your life? Why do you have these things that are gonna oppose what you're actually trying to do? Why do you keep putting these ops in your life, right? Why are you making it harder on yourself, right? The goal is to make it easy on ourselves. The goal is to do things that's going to be less difficult, right? We're already fighting two fights. We're fighting against our habits, and we're fighting against our inner demons. So to be successful in this fight, right? How do you fight, right? You got to get on a routine. People that grew up without a routine, that grew up without that normalcy, sometimes their adulthood, it's even harder to tap into that routine. Sometimes it's harder to tap into that consistency, and that's where a lot of us have problems, because sometimes in our childhood we didn't learn that lesson, and it's harder to adapt when we become adults because we never had to. And you got to follow this routine. Okay, yeah, you don't like eating the same food, you can eat different foods, right? Okay, you don't like doing the same exercise, you can do different cardio, you can do different type of weight training exercises, you can do different type of yogas, different types of step aerobic classes. You can do a little bit of everything to keep it interesting, but it has to be a set routine. It has to be, I'm going to exercise at this time, I'm going to eat at this time, I'm going to work at this time. When I get off, this is what I'm going to do. When it's time for me to go to sleep, when it's time for me to wake up, this is what I'm going to do. You got to develop a routine, something that you can follow to help keep you productive, help keep you busy, and help keep you on track. If you don't have a routine to follow, you're gonna be doing this one day, you're gonna be doing that one day, and next thing you know, you're gonna be in these establishments. Next thing you know, you're gonna be surrounded by these people, because why? You don't have a routine that you're following, so you're just doing everything on the go. Everything, you're freestyling everything. There's no real discipline in that. There's no real craft. There's no real work, no mastery. Right? It's just one thing after another. When you have discipline to follow this every single day, then that's when you'll be able to hone in. That's when those voices in your head get quieter. That's when those habits start to die down. That's when all those temptations, all those things that used to pull you no longer have strings attached to you. You know, you no longer are craving this food. You're no longer craving this alcohol. You're no longer craving this drug, because you got a routine and you got discipline, and this is what you do every day. You don't have time to get off course. You don't have time to get off track, because the daily requirements for this routine, for this consistency, is your effort, is your mental, is your physical, is your spiritual attention. You got to give it to that. And this is what's going to help you succeed. This is what's going to help you prevail. This is what's going to help you overcome all the challenges, right? It's challenges every day. It's challenges every day. I'm not saying these things we're not able to avoid these things. We got to confront them. What's the root causes? Why are you here? What happened in my life that developed this inner demon? What happened, in my childhood? What happened in my adulthood? What are the failures? All right, what are the successes? What is the pressure? What are the stresses that made you rise up within me? What are these things? But the thing is, you find these things out as you're working hard, as you put in effort, as you're starting to get away from your cravings, as you starting to get away from your temptations, as you starting to get away from your old ways, your old habits, that's when you find out. That's when you know how to win, how to be victorious. That's how you know how to defeat the inner demons. That's how you know how to overcome the inner struggles, right? By knowing why they're there in the first place, by knowing what made them grow within you, by knowing what made them sprout. Because if you don't know, then how can you win? If you don't know the weaknesses, if you don't know the causes, if you don't know why this affected you, then how can you win? How can you confront these things? You know, we confront people all the time. We have these conflicts, we have these conversations because they done something to us, because they said something about us, because they looked at us a certain way, because they talked to somebody about us, right? And we confront these people because we want to know why. And if they don't give us a good answer, we're gonna respond in a way that they won't like. But why can't we do that with ourselves? Why can't we do that with our inner struggles? Why can't we do that with our suffering? Why can't we do that with our pain? Why can't we do that with our afflictions? Why can't we confront them? Why can't we go head on with it? Why can't we respond in a way that it's not gonna like? Why can't we get better? Why can't we improve? Why can't we achieve? Why can't we climb higher? Why can't we elevate? Is it fear? Is it fear? Is that why you self-sabotage yourself? Are you scared to be on top? Is that why you cling to the bottom feeders? Why? Why do you do that? You know, and that's the thing that we gotta figure out. That's the thing that we need to know. And until we know that, then we're in the dark. Then we still got a lot of questions. Then we still got questions about ourselves. Then we still haven't found ourselves. Then we still haven't found our lane. Then we still haven't found our purpose. Then we haven't found our goals. Then we haven't reached anything. We haven't accomplished anything. We look back years later and what have we done? What's the reason? What's getting you off track? What's keeping you on the sideline? What's allowing you to be a bench warmer? Why are you complacent? And we need answers. You need answers. You need God's will. Fitness. Ooh.